Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Armchair Pundits WSL Gameweek 17 review show. And it's been spread out a bit, so we're recording a bit later in the week. You got myself, James, you got Bevan, you got Lamont, you got Leon. And what you also don't have is a lot of wins between us.
Horrible week of football.
Yeah, it wasn't the best in terms of our results for our teams. Some people suffered more than others, losing in the final.
Thanks, James.
But boy, we'll move straight to the league matters, and we'll move to Arsenal. Because Arsenal had a result midweek against London. No, it was a weekend, in fact.
Weekend, yeah. Sunday.
Yeah, weekend, sorry. On Sunday versus London City Lionesses. And they had a contentious moment in that game.
You're talking about the penalty that should have been given?
No, not even that,
the foul, sorry. The foul, sorry.
Foul, yeah.
Yeah, the foul.
No, not penalty. Like, so obviously the game starts well. Arsenal are doing their business. Arsenal are playing well. And then the first goal goes in. And I can't, it's so bad. I can't even remember the lady's name. But she went, no, the one that got sent flying. They crossed it in.
I don't know, man.
Bro,
that was a bad angle.
For me, she got clipped. She gets clipped, and the ball comes across, even from the replays. It's like, she's about to kick the ball, she gets clipped, she goes rolling, and then they tap it in. And I'm like, hold up. Ref, Lionel, you didn't see that? So,
typical Arsenal, when they get in the favour of the officials. I think it was goal.
Let's have it right though. Yeah, that camera angle wasn't the greatest. So
when
they showed the replays,
I saw two camera angles.
Bro, whatever camera angle I saw, I'm like, I don't know what happened there. It looked like she's gone to lean on her, and then she fell over, bruvs.
It's the I'm
talking about Russo's gone to lean on her, and then she just.
Bro, it looked like Russo clipped her heels to me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how it looked.
If obviously, I'm honest, she definitely didn't play the ball. Russo didn't play the ball. Goldie was definitely going to get there before she did. Russo's clipped her back heel, and she was just left on the floor. Like, you know, and the ref just not even bothered to look at it or even take a second, just waved nothing. And the goal's in the back of the net, and Arsenal 1-0 up. Arguably, they did. Yeah, arguably, you know, they deserve to be ahead at that point, but.
And Smith was on fire. Like, I swear it's every game. Pretty much he's scoring it now. Every game. They've slightly changed their position, haven't they, really? She seems a bit more central again.
It depends. It depends, because sometimes they might play her on the left or the right. And then it depends what they're doing with Russo, because they played
her left wing that game, but she was often central. So this is just a lot of rotation, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say that to you. They don't look like they're playing in any one position. It's just you cover me, I cover you kind of scenario. So as long as every position has someone in it, they're all pretty prolific up there as well, to be honest. Lucky for Arsenal. So in front of goal, there's not many of them that will miss chances.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that has been the problem, though, is the goal scoring. But I realised this weekend that Arsenal have only lost one game this season.
Yeah, see?
The problem that we've had is scoring goals and draws. So now that we started to score goals, we're moving up the table. Really,
got a chance to catch City?
Nah. That's what's it? 11 points. I know it's 11 points. We've got 2 games in hand. I can't see City falling away, like they'd be catastrophic, really. Yeah, I think it's a bridge too far.
Yeah, but to be honest, Europe, innit? Realistically,
yeah, to get Europe and the Champions League to retain, innit? Right. I mean, really, that game was a bit bitty. The wind played a factor. I don't think London City Lionesses were really in the game at all. They didn't really have many chances. And
you say that, bro, but you scored, bro. You had 2 shots on target, scored 2 goals.
Yeah, I know. It's just clinical, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you're more clinical.
Yeah.
I think it's 8 shots to them, 12 to you. They played well, but I think sometimes this is a class difference, isn't it?
That's what it is.
Your class should.
A lot of their stuff came off a break and stuff like that. But I can't really remember a chance thinking that our keeper was really troubled. So it was just it's like a routine win, and both Blackstenius and Smith score home and away against London City Lionesses. So we just keep rolling over until next week. But yeah, it was a good victory. And London City Lionesses had their record crowd. I think that was because of the Arsenal fans. So I think you've got to give.
Look at this one.
It's true though, bro. If you, I was watching it and it was the Arsenal fans that were singing, and they were the ones that was like they brought their fans to the ground, which is good. Which is good for the WSL and good for women's football.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You do want it to be a case where the way fans travel and travel in numbers. So it's good that they're doing that. Okay, so happy with the win. So we move on to a shock result, considering how the season's gone. So we moved to Villa Park. This was Man City's first WSL draw of the season, in a match where realistically they should have won many times over. But at the same time, it was very disjointed, which often happens after international break. But Villa did have a strong first half, so you give credit to them. And Kira Keating was very busy early in the game, so she did well early. But it's the goalkeeper, Roebuck. Roebuck was superb. I thought she was excellent in that match, and she earned her team a point fully. And Miedemar tried, had a couple of headers, which usually is kind of her strength, but none of them were like her fully on balance where she can actually fully put power on it. Well, a point is better than none, and it still keeps their lead. Obviously, it's been cut slightly, but it still keeps their lead. But how did you see it?
Well, Villa were unlucky. I think. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you was going to say what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. No, so Villa had chances early on in that game. Keating, who was starting her first game in a while for City, she was kept busy in the early parts of the game. She had to make 3 really good saves. I think Villa hit the post as well. And, they are putting a really spirited performance considering the previous game. They had obviously lost quite heavily to Spurs in their last home game. So for them, it was a big, big turnaround for them to put in this kind of performance. And, Man City is normally going to dominate possession, normally going to create quite a lot of chances, but Villa largely were able to withstand the pressure and they held out. And as you said, the goalkeeper was amazing for them in the end. But had they have taken their chances early on in the game, you never know what kind of game it could have been, and it might have been a struggle for City. But obviously, as you said, coming back from an international break, it's always a little bit disjointed, and you could see across the league that there wasn't the same sort of impetus that a lot of teams have had going into it, and they might be a bit leggy. There are quite a few players that are playing for their international teams in the WSL as well, so you could see that there was a little bit of legginess from an attacking perspective. But defensively, you would say Villa deserved their point. And for City, obviously, it's a slight setback. They still have their lead. I think Arsenal are probably the most dangerous team, especially with the form they're in and the fact that they've got games in hand as well. Previously, you would have said Chelsea were that team, but Chelsea really haven't been themselves. And I think their large squad of obviously had injuries, but right now, City are still looking good for the title, and I think they just have to make sure they don't drop any silly points going into the running at the end of the season.
Yeah, only 5 games left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, There's not a lot that, you know what, this is like the second time I've watched City, and I feel like I understand about the international break and stuff, but they just look like they're lacking a little bit of punch, a little bit of intensity. You know, like they're ahead by so many points now, and it's almost like they're just a little bit, complacent, if that's the right phrase. And the reason why I probably say that is because in this game, I personally feel, from my opinion, that Villa could have nicked it. They hit the post twice, and I feel like, even though Kirikati kept them in the game, she didn't really know much about one or two of them shots. She was just lucky to get a reflex, or it was right at her. In fairness, I guess your job as a keeper is just to stop the ball going back in the net, so you'll take it all day long. But let's be honest, when you're watching it as a football fan and someone that's played football, you know when the keeper's made a good save or they were just lucky. And it's probably, when you look at the stats, I know Leon and James love an XG. When Villa have got 1.5 and City have got 1, that tells you everything you need to know about the game, realistically.
Yeah. I also think, I don't know if it was due to, I don't know if it's injuries or what, they made one sub in the 65th minute. Even Villa made 2 subs, and not both in the 90th minute. So it was a weird one. Both managers seemed like we have what we hold kind of thing. They didn't feel like they had enough. It seemed like it. They didn't have enough on the bench to change what was going on the pitch. And maybe that was a part of the downfall. Like I said, maybe it's first game back after international break. Things aren't as they should be. But
that'd be a bit worrying for City next season going forward, though, if they're going to get into Champions League football. If they're going to struggle to have players that are fit, or players that, or they're going to tail off towards the end of the season like that when they're going to be playing more football.
I guess they might have to, maybe they'll strengthen. Knowing you've got that, and pretty sure they've got the money to strengthen. So, but yeah, no, it was to watch the space on that thing. You're right. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. So we move on to Kingsmeadow. Excuse me. And Chelsea's new match winner. With the scoreboard headlines, we had a youngster not making her debut, but her first start in Potter. And she got a goal. A good goal as well.
Tidy finish.
Yeah. But it wasn't as easy as Chelsea wanted it to be. It was a 2-1 win against Brighton. And it's a case of they're still pushing. Obviously, they had the cup final on the weekend, which they won against Man United. So another trophy in the cabinet. Well done, Chelsea. Unlucky Man United.
You don't mean that.
Of course not. Listen, 2 big performances and 2 big talking points. Alyssa Thompson. I enjoy watching her every single time she plays. She's such a quality player. And you don't really see her score headers. And considering the player that she was standing next to is like head and shoulders above her.
A giant almost.
She did well.
Yeah,
she did well. And one of Leon's favourites, the left back, Baltimore.
My days.
She had a great game.
Bro.
1v1, she is a joke.
It's done.
Bro,
you don't know what way she's going to go, bro. She doesn't discriminate. Both feet, so...
She took that fullback to the byline about 3 or 4 times. Her and James on the left, their link up was killing it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, their link up created the first goal. Yeah. Because James done a little... She done a little jinky, back heel, and Baltimore was in. And already, when I saw her going on 1v1 driving, I'm thinking, whoa, this ain't going to end well. And you know what I like to see? The fact that she doesn't over dribble. She gives you feint, and then she goes to the byline. And if she needs to, she takes the extra touch, looks up, and then she fizzes it across the box. But this time it was like a good quality ball in the box, and, the rest is history, basically.
Yeah. And then obviously they equalise.
I think the keeper's made a mistake there.
Yeah.
I think the keeper's... I know he got a deflection, but it looked like the keeper's thinking the ball's going to go out, and it's kind of she's got her angles all wrong, and instead of making a save, it's kind of trickled in. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
I think that's one that she could save. I don't. On another day,
Just
keeper saves it.
slow reaction, right?
I don't know if I don't know if it was slow reaction. I think she just misjudged where she thought it was going to go. Because most of the times, the keeper's going to dive to put it put it past the post, right? And sometimes you do
She
get
put
the
her hand
keeper
out.
that no, she kind of put her hands out and pulls it away. Sometimes you get the
she
keeper with
does.
his like, you know what? I'm gonna leave that, and she kind of left it, and you can see it on her face. Like, Hannah Hampton's a decent keeper. Decent. She's a good keeper.
Top quality keeper, really.
Yeah. So I think she just made a mistake there, and really, you don't really see too many of them. I don't think you're going to really see many.
I think the rascal deflection killed her, Bev.
Yes.
I think that's all it was, you know. If that deflection weren't there, I feel like that's going out.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? The way she slid across, even the commentators, even the spectator, everyone thought it was rolling around the back of the. Everyone thought it was rolling around the back of the post. The next thing you know, it's in the back of the net.
No, I know the deflection gets her, but you see that sometimes you train for that. You train for it to go, even if it like gets a deflection that you're gonna see it go out, innit? You would, and most of the time you'd expect the keeper to kind of tap it around the post. I think it is, like I said, she just misjudged it.
Yeah, but then she got
Chelsea's
saved.
quality just comes back. Yeah.
Gets saved by a 19-year-old. As I said earlier, first WSL start, and again, Baltimore does her business on the left wing. Ball comes loose. Elisa Thompson lays it back and then blocks the defender. Not in a foul way, just blocks the defender and allows Lexi Potter to pass it into the far corner. And she was ecstatic. No wonder. And listen, on your first start to score the winner, you couldn't ask for more, really, could you?
Baltimore just had the lay of the land on that left-hand side, bro. Inside, outside. Like, I honestly, you know, I was waiting for on that one, James. I was waiting for the fullback to fall on her bum. Like, as in just, do you know what I mean? Just, mate, she's done me. Managed to kind of get a little slide in, but that was nothing. Baltimore had already put the ball in the box.
It was weird, though. Like, Baltimore, I think because she's so used to it, there was no celebration.
Yeah.
I was waiting for her to run over and she just put her head down. I was like,
just nonch.
Yeah, so, okay, here we go. And I think because it was Potter's first goal, no one ran to Baltimore either. So everyone ran to Potter and then walked to halfway. Cool. Yeah. So that was interesting. But obviously it's a good win because it drops the lead to 7 points to City. So it's 5 games, so you never know. I think I called it a couple of weeks ago, but boy, you never know. As I call it, it's now squeaky bum time with 5 games left.
Well, they're hitting form at the right time, aren't they? Just like Arsenal. Yeah. So, you know.
It is, but I think City have already played Arsenal. They've played Chelsea. It'd be who their last run of games are.
Bev, you say that, but they just drew to Villa, innit? So it's like, and they couldn't find the back of the net. All it takes is for them to have a couple more bad days. Remember, we've been on this pod a couple of weeks ago talking about City firing blanks. And I don't believe that was after an international break neither. I think it might have been a cup break. It might have been a cup break, yeah. So the point I'm just alluding to slightly is just that every dog has their day, for want of a better phrase. And if City have many more of the days like this one against Villa, anything's possible, man. Again, you know, the points are there to be got.
But you said they've got Spurs right. And they've got the derby, bro. They've got Man United. They've got Spurs. They've got Man United.
Listen, they dispatched Man United the last time they played them.
Yeah, and if we play anything like we played against West Ham.
They also dispatched Spurs too, mate. It was peak.
They did. Then they've got Brighton, then they've got Liverpool at home, and then they've ended with West Ham. So that's their games. They should win all of them, let's be honest.
They're winnable games. And on top of it, sorry to cut you, but after they lost to Arsenal, didn't they play Leicester and just mollywop them?
Yeah.
They absolutely whacked the floor of them. I hear it. I don't think they got too much quality for them to just all all of them just finish like fumble like that. I don't see them throwing it away.
Yeah,
with
you're
5
right.
games
You're
to
right.
go.
All right, cool. You move on to the other side of Manchester. Locked out in East London.
Mate, it's an understatement.
West Ham's first clean sheet of the season.
Mate, the
Am I
records keep
enjoying it too
rolling.
much? I don't know.
Mate, keep going. Honestly, it was embarrassing, to be honest. Do you know what? After you have a cup game
Yeah.
where you don't even look like you deserve to be there, respectfully, you expect them to go back into the league where they're challenging for Champions League and to really put a statement down and say, you know what, we dusted ourselves off and we're back in the running for Europe. But it wasn't good enough. We were firing blanks. Everything we were doing was just a little bit, lethargic. We weren't clearly by 0-0. We weren't prolific enough in front of goal. We had a couple of decent chances on target, but I feel like we just weren't trying to find the open part of the net. We was aiming for the keeper almost at times. The ball wasn't going into the box early enough. We wanted to take the ball down the wings with Park and with Rolfo.
Wobbly pitch.
On a bobbly pitch, you don't want to pass the ball on pitches like that. I know the level that we're at, we should be able to pass on any surface, but if it's bobbly, it's bobbly. Percentages are the ball's going to be better in the air. So put it up there. We had two...
It's not just you. Your manager said it as well. He said, on that kind of pitch, you have to adapt your game. He said, we tried to pass and exactly what you said, tried to pass and dribble too much, not enough crosses. He said the same thing you said.
And the thing about it is we had Turlin was having lots of shots. To be fair, she didn't play too badly in the final, in fairness, yeah. She was our only hope to some degree. But then today, it's like she left us shooting boots in the final because she had a decent chance.
It's a good block, though.
But the second chance for me, she should have done better. She didn't even get on target. She just hits it over the net. But what I will say is in games like this, right, there's opportunities for officials to really officiate. Okay? Hang with me, guys. Hang with me. The ball comes in, floated from the right-hand side. Turlin gets a head on it, headers it back the way it comes, and West Ham are all over Schlert, pulls her down to the ground. The referee waves, play on. Mate, if that ain't a penalty, I don't know what is.
It's not a penalty.
Who's asking you anyway? I ain't never ask you when it comes to United. So can you stay out of my business, please?
She's watching too much Gabrielle. She's watching too much Gabrielle, mate.
No, but
quick.
I think,
Bro, you just got to take that one on the chin, bruv. You lot did the ball from the game. And, to be fair to West Ham, as you said, that's their first clean sheet of the season. Man United obviously wanted to see a response following the disappointment of the final, but there's probably still a little bit of hangover of maybe the disappointment of not really showing their best version of themselves in that game, and it's kind of carried over into this game. It's hard. Midweek games, late, it's not something that the WSL is accustomed to. Obviously for Man United, they've played a lot of games also this season. They've had a good cup run and they've had Europe as well. So there's a little bit of probably fatigue setting in. And you can see that obviously from your perspective, you're thinking we're trying to aim to get back in the Champions League this season.
Correct.
But West Ham are also fighting for survival. So it was always going to be difficult.
I think my concern...
Champions League football next season.
Say again, Bev?
I don't think you're getting Champions League football next season.
I don't think so neither. Not on current form. Because the funny thing is, after the final, I just looked at the next two games and I said, West Ham and Everton, right? We could get something out of those two.
Should be
we go here, right? We go here, and I say, we don't look like we're at it at all. Then I see how Everton play against Spurs, and I'm like, oh, well, there's another 3 points gone. Because they were playing like they were top, one of the top 3-4 teams in the league. You know what I mean?
We'll move on to that one, because you've got Man City, so you already said Everton, Man City, Spurs, Brighton, then you finish with Chelsea. Come on. You're both
this one,
fighting
though.
for that second spot. The last game of the season against Chelsea. Away. Sorry, Barrett. Sorry, Barrett. It's not happening, my friend. It's not happening. So,
no European football might help you next season, isn't it? It's helped your United. It's helped the United.
So,
One game week.
Everton's late punch. Spurs hit again. I thought Spurs had saved it, to be honest with you. To score in the 82nd minute, and then the double G's coming off the bench to nick it. Boy, go on, Leon. I can see your face already.
Mate, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium has just been so nice. All these away teams, bro. It's just crazy. We need to stay at Brisbane Road, bro. Honestly, it's mad. No, fair play to Everton. They've had a few good shocking results. I mean, they got a shocking result against Chelsea, which no one expected. And obviously we're not on the same level as Chelsea, but they've picked up a really good win away from home for them. For Tottenham, weren't really at the races, if we're being really honest. Weren't firing on all cylinders. The possession was fairly even. I think Tottenham marginally had better possession, but in terms of chances, Everton were by far the team that created the most chances. And, most of their danger came from the left-hand side. The first goal from Momiko is a really, really good goal. And a great left foot strike from outside of the box. Story of Spurs this season, sometimes with long shots, but honestly, it was one of those days where Everton they were just a better team. Like, they created so many chances, and it probably should have been more, to be fair.
You see the XG?
Yeah, well, the XG is
217. You had 0.8.
The goal that they scored wasn't even part of that XG, because you shouldn't really scoring from that position is unlikely, but it's the other chances they created that they probably should have done better from. And obviously their winner was, well worked on the left hand side, and it's a tap in really.
Master stroke from the manager though, there, Lee. Because
definitely.
The manager made the changes for the two changes for the people involved in the goal. So it was like 3 minutes they were on.
Gabaro and
Gago, that's right. Good striker's goal, man. Really good goal.
Definitely.
3 minutes they were on the pitch, 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, mad. I think from that point on, you didn't really feel like Tottenham were going to be able to find anything from the game. They just weren't on it for some reason. We've had a few games like that this season, but again, got to be happy with the season as a whole, and you got to look at the game as one of those isolated incidents where we were just second to everything really. Everton were fully deserved their win, and for them it's a good win that puts them I think fully mid-table now. I think they've just gone above London City Lionesses now. So when they were looking like struggling at the beginning of the season, but they've literally won 4 on a bounce now. So for them, it's really, really good signs for them for the rest of the season. I think there's only a few games left now. So
The
unfortunately,
thing about it is, Spurs have got a run of games, bruv, and they don't look favourable for you guys staying in 5th. I can't lie.
Bro,
you got Arsenal, Chelsea,
it's a 9-point gap though.
After last season, right now, we're fine. We're not going to get Europe. We're not going to get Europe because that battle is between Arsenal, Man U, and Chelsea, and I never expected us to be even challenging in this position. So I think we've got a 9-point gap over Everton. So as long as we can avoid defeat in a couple of those games, I think we'll be fine. I think we will have 5th secured. We do have some tough games. Still got Man City to play, still got Arsenal to play. But there are other favourable fixtures where, if we're serious about maintaining the good progress that we've made this year, then there's no reason why we can't win at least 1 or 2 of the final 5 games. So we'll see.
Okay. So we move to our last game. The relegation 6-pointer. and Liverpool found air.
He did.
You did.
Big win for you lot, man. Jeez.
All right, trust
That is
me.
a massive win.
Listen, Leicester. Obviously, we're still not sure about who's going down because of the whole playoff thing, but I was not smiling like this for most of the season, to be honest, because it was defeat after defeat after defeat, and you have to give credit to Gareth Roberts. He started play. It was literal game by game, we're working it. Game by game, we're working it, and it's starting to show. It's starting to bear fruit. We played really well. Like there was only one team that was going to win that game. Leicester had no chance. And the football we're playing, yeah, we left the second goal late. It was a penalty from Holland late on.
Horrible
But
decision.
the first goal we scored was a good goal. And
You don't think that was a penalty?
No, it was a penalty.
He's
No.
talking to me.
It's talking. You didn't hear him. Did you ignore him? Did you ignore him, James?
Yeah,
When
James
I'm
said to
talking
do that.
geez, when I'm talking about Liverpool, I have to switch off.
For me, he does
You
anyway.
switch off on him. Otherwise, I end up going back and forth and I'll forget what I'm trying to say.
Go on, James. Go on, bro.
I got to switch off. Listen, also scores 11 minutes, and it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, you need an early goal to settle the nerves, and it was a nerve settler. One of my favorite players, Enderby, is come on. Well, in a little run, she's been kind of integral, and it comes from her down the right wing, and it was just a good goal. Goalkeeper, tapped it into Olsen's path. I don't know if she got confused or if it was just a bit too far out of her reach, but she couldn't get it properly. But listen, she snapped it up easily. And listen, 14 shots, 4 on target, XG of 1.97. And obviously, it's only the penalty that seals it. They had 11 shots, 2 on target, but I never felt threatened. So, listen, I'm happy. Can't really complain because that's like, I think was it a 4-point gap we've got over them now? Yeah. 4-point gap. They got a game in hand, which is Man City. So
They're not doing
I'm not
nothing with
expecting them to close the gap of that. So, listen, we keep on moving. We're not even second from bottom anymore. We're third from bottom. And we've got Aston Villa in our sights. It's a bit of a gap. It's 4 points.
4 points is not a lot, though. No, it's not a lot
No.
because you know,
Not with 5
Brighton and
games to
Villa.
go.
No, it's not a lot of points, man.
Yeah. Brighton next up, I believe. So we'll see what we get from that. So yeah, I'm happy.
And I was looking forward to you talking about the WSL 2 next season. I was looking forward.
I don't think it would have happened. Because we would have beat whoever's coming up anyway.
To be honest,
I had that
after
faith.
Christmas, you weren't talking with your chest like that, mate. I'll tell you that
You know
for
what,
free.
bro. Bro,
You was looking for you was praying for a
Find the
start.
tapes.
Yeah.
Find the tapes. No, listen.
things
You're
were
right.
looking bleak after that loss to Aston Villa a couple of months ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's the Villa. It's the cup game against Chelsea where they hit us for 9 around Christmas.
Yeah, that was
That's what had me
whoa.
worried. But then I think when we drew with them, then you saw the steal. Like that 9 that they received, they felt that. And to be honest, since that game, as much as I've been a bit downcast, our performances have been good.
They
We
have.
just couldn't finish, and we didn't have the pace. And obviously, we started using Enderby. Olsen's come back fully fit, and the pace is now starting to show. And listen,
Well,
pace kills.
since then, you've only lost to Chelsea and United,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
they weren't by big margins. So
It's mad because literally your last 3 wins have literally come in the last 5 games, bro. And those 3 wins is what's taking you to a safe position for now.
yeah.
Let's just say
Yes.
that.
Yeah, listen, Leicester have lost 5 in a row.
Yeah,
Sorry, Leicester, long may continue.
it's not looking good for them at the moment.
It's not looking good for Leicester at all.
It's
you know.
not looking good
Not
enough.
looking good for them.
Okay, so we'll end the show with our player of the week. So I still think it is Leon's last one, isn't it? And then it's me.
My player of the week, it's West Ham's goalkeeper, Shemek. I gave Player of the Week to her. There was a few saves that she made, blocks, which would have frustrated Lamont and Man United, and I think one of the reasons why they've held them out. So that's my pick.
And my pick is Roebuck, the Aston Villa goalkeeper. She had a game. She had a game, man, and it's considering they're sinking like a stone. They needed that point, so it was a very good performance from her. So Roebuck.
Sandy Baltimore for me. Jinky Majinky. She basically played the whole left-hand side on her own. Lauren James was there in glimpses, but yeah, she stole the show for me, man. She didn't.
Glimpses.
You just
Those
said that they
star-struck
had that left out on lock
superstar
earlier.
glimpses.
Now
No, when I say no, the reason why I said it like that is because ultimately she was the only person that I really saw on the wing going up and down.
Yeah.
Every time Lauren James popped in, they would just create some form of magic. But you know, Lauren James does what Lauren James does. But yeah, Sandy Baltimore for me.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it to Sandy Baltimore as well. I was going to give it to Roebuck, but I like to give it to attacking players rather than goalies. So I'm going to go Baltimore.
Okay, Leon. We'll move on to the moment of the week.
So my moment of the week is that Chelsea move for the first goal between Lauren James and Baltimore, which was Lauren James basically backheeling it to Baltimore, who played a delightful first-time cross into the box and headed in by Alyssa Thompson, who is one of the shortest people on the pitch, but manages to rise and scores a brilliant header. So that's my moment of the week.
Okay, I was torn between two, so I'll save my not memorable, what's the word? Honourable moment until the end, just in case one of you two pick it. So I don't want to pick it and then mess up you guys. But my main one is for Lexi. Lexi Potter, 19, first start, scoring a winner for Chelsea to drop the lead to 7 points. Because obviously Chelsea still believe they're champions 5 years in a row. They still believe they can win it. So that's my moment of the week. The youngster getting a goal.
My moment of the week is a moment of silence for Goldie, getting chopped down by Russo in the middle of the box. So that was my moment of the week. And that's probably, you could probably snip that and just put that on my VAR reel for WSL. That's why they need it, because it's moments like that. And obviously the foul to Schlur against United, where she could have easily had a penalty and we would have been 1-0 away. Yeah, my moment of the week is for Russo hacking down Goldie in the middle of the box. And then obviously Arsenal went 1-0 up.
You're trying to say same old Arsenal always cheating? Is that what you're going?
Same old
Yeah,
Arsenal, bruv. Arsenal win WSL, Arsenal win the men's football. It's all the same.
Sounds like sour grapes to me, bros. That's what it sounds like. But I was going to give it to to Russo as well. Just to annoy Lamont. Because and a cry for VAR, because I still need the angle to see where it was a foul. So, you know, if we have VAR, we can stamp those kind of controversial moments out of the women's game too.
If it wasn't a
Well,
foul,
see-
then that I don't know what player it was. It had a major glitch, because there's no reason why she wasn't able to get to that ball, bro. I'll be honest.
There's no reason for that tumble. So, okay, so my honourable, as you didn't go for it, sorry, Leon, but it was the double G, Gabaro to Gago to win it late. They come on late in the game as subs. And you're guaranteed you're told, they've been told, make an impression.
Tap the
Get a
left
goal.
side.
Attack. And boom, bang, two left to right, goal. And they celebrate it like they meant it as well. So yeah, that's my honourable mention. So that's it for our game week 17. The pressure at the top is showing with a bit of a draw, a bit of a lazy performance from Man City, but the pressure for a race of second is even hotter, with Chelsea on 36 and I believe Man United on 35. But the relieve button has been pressed by Liverpool at the bottom. So I'm happy. You're happy. We're happy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Peace.
Laters.